Good morning, students. I welcome you all to today's online class. So today, students, today we will continue with exercise 2.4. Okay. So after factor theorem, I hope all of you have understood the factor theorem. In factor theorem, we just came. That means in factor theorem, it was clear to us that if we are dividing one polynomial with another polynomial, okay, suppose one smaller polynomial is there, one bigger polynomial is there. We are dividing the bigger polynomial with the smaller one. If we put the zero of the smaller polynomial in the bigger polynomial and the remainder comes out to be 0, that means the smaller polynomial is a factor of the bigger polynomial. This is all about factor theorem, isn't it? So let us, with that theorem only, the concept of that theorem, let us try to do exercise 2.4. So determine which of the following polynomial has x plus 1 as a factor. Okay, number 1. Number 1 is like this: x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. Okay, so solution is like this. Let px is equal to x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. Okay, to find the 0 of x plus 1, we take x plus 1 is equal to 0, x equal to minus 1, isn't it? Now x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. Now therefore px equal to x cube plus x square, x cube plus x square plus x plus 1, isn't it? Now in place of x we will just put the value of x, that is minus 1. So it will become minus 1 whole cube plus minus 1 square plus minus 1 plus 1. So minus 1 whole cube will be minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1. 0. Therefore x plus 1 is a factor of x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. Okay, so x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. So let px equal to x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. Okay, so to find the 0 of x plus 1 we take, now we have to check, determine which of the following polynomials has x plus 1 as a factor. X plus 1 a factor. Okay, that means we have to determine whether this polynomial's factor is x plus 1. So let px equal to x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. To find the 0 of x plus 1, now we have to check whether x plus 1 is a factor of this polynomial, isn't it? Now to find the 0 of x plus 1, we take x plus 1 is equal to 0, plus 1 you take to the right hand side, it will become plus 1. If I take it to the other side, it will become minus 1, isn't it? So now students, px is equal to x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. In place of this x, I will just put the 0 of this polynomial. What is the 0 of x plus 1? Minus 1, isn't it? Now in place of this x, I will put minus 1. Okay, in place of this x, you will just put minus 1 here. If you put here in place of x, if you are putting minus 1, then all the x here, whatever x is here, all the x will be replaced by minus 1. So x cube is there, right? Minus 1 whole cube, x square minus 1 whole square, x minus 1. Okay, minus 1 whole cube, students. Minus 1 whole cube. What is the power? What is the power, students? Power is an odd number, isn't it? So the answer will be what? Minus 1. If the power is even, answer will be plus. So if the power is odd, so minus 1 whole cube, answer will be minus 1. And here minus 1 whole square is there. 2 is what? Even. So therefore it will become plus 1. And this one, minus 1 is there. So minus plus, it will become minus and plus 1. So minus 1 plus 1 cancel, minus 1 plus 1 cancel. The remainder is equal to 0. Therefore x plus 1 is a factor of x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. Okay? Understood? So let us see one more sum of number 1. X to the power 4 plus x cube plus x to the power 4 plus x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. Okay. So let px is equal to x to the power 4. Students, let px is equal to x to the power 4 plus x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. So now to find the 0 of x plus 1, we take x plus 1 is equal to 0, so x is equal to minus 1, isn't it? Therefore now px is equal to x to the power 4 plus x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. Now in place of x we will just put what? Minus 1. So we have minus 1 to the power 4 and minus 1 to the power 3, minus 1 to the power 2, minus 1 and plus 1. Okay, students, so this will be plus 1, isn't it? The minus 1 to the power 4 is there, and this will be minus 1, and this will be plus 1, and this will be minus 1, and this will be plus 1, isn't it? Plus 1, minus 1, plus 1, minus 1 and plus 1. So minus plus 1 minus 1 cancel, plus 1 minus 1 cancel. So what is the answer actually? 1. Therefore, since remainder is not equal to 0, therefore x plus 1 is not a factor of x to the power 4 plus x cube plus x to the power 4 plus x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. So students, x to the power 4, see here, x to the power 4 plus x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. We have to check whether x plus 1 is a factor of this polynomial. So let px is equal to x to the power 4. So let px is equal to x to the power 4 plus x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. Okay. To find the 0 of x plus 1, we take x plus 1 is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 1. So now this 0 we will put in this polynomial in place of this x. Okay. So let us put then in place of x I have put minus 1. This is the polynomial, isn't it? X to the power 4 plus x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. So in place of x I am putting minus 1. So minus 1 to the power 4, minus 1 to the power 3 and minus 1 to the power 2. And this x is there, right? Minus 1 and then plus 1. Then minus 1 raised to the power 4. Minus 1 raised to the power 4. What is 4? 4 is an even number, isn't it? So what will be the answer? If 4 is even, so the answer will be plus 1. Here there 3 is odd, so answer will be minus 1. 2 is even, so answer will be plus 1. And this minus plus will become minus 1 and this will become plus 1. So plus 1 minus 1 cancel, plus 1 minus 1 cancel. The answer will be 1. So now the remainder is how much? Remainder is, students, remainder is equal to 1, isn't it? 1 is not equal to 0. Since remainder is not equal to 0, therefore x plus 1 is not a factor of x to the power 4 plus x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. Understood? See, what is the remainder here? Remainder is 1. If x plus 1 has to be a factor of this polynomial, then on putting the 0 of x plus 1, the value of this polynomial must become equal to 0. But the value of this polynomial is not becoming equal to 0, isn't it? It is becoming equal to 1. Therefore, since the remainder is not equal to 0, therefore x plus 1 is not a factor of x to the power 4 plus x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. In the last case it was a factor, but here it is not a factor. Okay? So next, students, let us continue with number 2. Okay. So now number 2 question says that use the factor theorem to determine whether gx is a factor of px in each of the following cases. Okay. So same like number 1, we have to check whether gx is a factor of px. Okay. So let us start then, students. Number 1 is like this: px is equal to px is equal to 2x cube plus x square. Okay, px is equal to students, px is equal to 2x cube plus x square minus 2x minus 1, and gx is equal to x plus 1. Okay, so when you see students, to find the 0 of gx, we take gx is equal to 0, isn't it? Gx is equal to 0, that means x plus 1 is equal to 0, so x is equal to minus 1, isn't it? Now therefore px is equal to 2x cube plus x square minus 2x minus 1. In place of this x you just put minus 1. So 2 into minus 1 whole cube plus minus 1 square minus 2 into minus 1 minus 1. Okay, so it will become minus 2, it will become plus 1, it will become plus 2, it will become minus 1. Okay, minus 1, 2 into minus 1 will be minus 2, and this will minus 1 whole square will become plus 1. This minus will become plus 2 minus 1. So minus 2 plus 2 cancel, plus 1 minus 1 cancel, that is equal to 0. Therefore, students, gx is a factor of px. So see here students, so px is equal to 2x cube plus x square minus 2x minus 1, and gx is equal to x plus 1, isn't it? Now we have to check whether gx is a factor of px. Okay, same like the number 1, we have to check whether gx is a factor of px. So to find the 0 of gx, friends, to find the 0 of gx, we take gx is equal to 0. We have to find the 0 of gx first, isn't it? So to find the 0 of gx, we take gx is equal to 0. What is the value of gx? Students? X plus 1, isn't it? So plus 1 you take to the value of gx is x plus 1, isn't it? In place of gx you put x plus 1, plus 1 you take to the right hand side, it will become minus 1, isn't it? Now px is given to us. What is the value of px? It is given to us. Px is equal to, students, px is equal to 2x cube plus x square minus 2x minus 1, isn't it? Now what we will do is that we will just put the 0 of gx in place of x. Okay, so that is the way to do, isn't it? That is the way. That is what our factor theorem says us, isn't it? If the remainder is equal to 0, if on putting the 0 of this gx in px, if we find the remainder equal to 0, then it is a factor. Gx will be a factor of px. So I am putting here, you see, minus 1. In place of x we are putting minus 1. So minus 1 whole cube, minus 1 whole square, 2 into minus 1 and minus 1. Minus 1 whole cube will become, students, minus 1 whole cube means 3 is what? 3 is an odd number, isn't it? 3 is an odd number. So if the power is an odd number, then it will become minus. So 2 into minus 1. So 2 into minus 1 will become how much? Minus 2. Minus 1 square will be plus 1, and this minus it will become plus. 2 into 1 will be 2, and at last minus 1. Plus 1 and minus 1 is cancelled, minus 2 and plus 2 is cancelled. What is the answer? 0, students. So now you see the remainder is 0. The remainder is 0, isn't it? You can also write here like this. Since remainder is equal to 0, even if you don't write that also is okay. So remainder is 0, isn't it? Because on putting the 0 we found value equal to 0. Since the remainder is equal to 0, therefore gx is a factor of px. Understood? So students, number 2, the other sums you will try yourself. All are similar, absolutely similar. Okay, like here gx. To find the 0 of gx, you will take gx equal to 0. So x plus 2 is equal to 0. X equal to minus 2, isn't it? So minus 2 you will put. Same here. to find the zero of gx, number 3 I'm talking about. Number 2 is number 3, okay. So to find the zero of gx, we take gx equal to 0, that means x minus 3 is equal to 0. Minus 3 will take the side, plus 3 we will put in the given polynomial, that means px, okay. In the same way that I did number 2 is number 1 I did now, same way 2 and 3 you will do. Number 3, let us come to number 3. Number 3, okay. Find the value of k if x minus 1 is a factor of px in each of the following cases, okay. So number 1, px is equal to x square plus x square plus x plus k, okay. So we have to find the value of k if x minus 1 is a factor of px. X minus 1 is a factor of px, it is given to us, okay. It is given to us. To find the 0 of x minus 1, we take x minus 1 is equal to 0, so x is equal to plus 1. Since x minus 1 is a factor of, since x minus 1 is a factor of px, therefore p1 is equal to 0. So that means 1 square plus 1 plus k is equal to 0. So 1 square means 1 plus 1 plus k is equal to 0. 2 plus k is equal to 0. So that means k is equal to minus 2. Understood? So let us see this, students. Let us see this. So number 3 is number 1 we are doing. So px is equal to x square plus x plus k. To find the, now we have to find the value of k here. See the question properly. We have to find the value of k if it is given that x minus 1 is a factor of px. It is already given that x minus 1 is a factor of px. Okay. Now to find the 0 of x minus 1, to find the 0 of x minus 1, we take x minus 1 is equal to 0. So minus 1 we take, isn't it? To find the 0 of any polynomial, we must make it equal to 0 first. So x minus 1 is equal to 0, minus 1 take to the other side, it will become plus 1. Now, since x minus 1 is a factor of px, so what is the 0 of x minus 1? Plus 1. Now it is given that x minus 1 is a factor of px. So if x minus 1 is a factor of px, students, if x minus 1, listen to me very carefully, if x minus 1 is a factor of px, then if we put the 0 of x minus 1 in place of x, the remainder will be equal to 0, because it is already given to us that x minus 1 is a factor of px. So since x minus 1 is a factor of px, therefore in place of x, if we put the 0 of x minus 1, the remainder will become equal to 0, because it is given now, it is already a factor. Do you remember factor theorem? So now in place of all the x, you just put 1. See, x square, so write 1 square plus 1 plus k. 1 plus 1, 1 square means what? 1. So 1 plus 1 will be 2. 2 you take to the right hand side, it will become minus 2. So what is the value of k? The value of k is minus 2. Is it okay? Next you see, students, next you see number 3 is one more we will do, number 2 also, let us see. So px is equal to 2x square plus px is equal to 2x square plus kx plus root over 2. Okay, so see here, to find the 0 of px, okay, to find the, not px, students, not px, to find the 0 of, with what polynomial is a factor? X minus 1, isn't it? To find the 0 of x minus 1, we take, to find the 0 of x minus 1, we take x minus 1 is equal to 0, so x is equal to plus 1, isn't it? Now since x minus 1 is a factor of px, therefore p1 is equal to 0, isn't it? So p1 is equal to 0, isn't it? So in place of this x, you will just put 1. So k into 1 plus root over 2 is equal to 0. So 2 into 1 square will become 2 plus k plus root over 2 is equal to 0. So k is equal to minus 2 minus root over 2. So this is the value of k. Okay. So students, here also we will see that, see number 2 I'm talking about. So px is equal to, it is given that px is equal to 2x square plus kx plus root over 2. Now x minus 1 is a factor of px, it is already given to us. Okay. So to find the 0 of x minus 1 we take, x minus 1 is equal to 0, so x is equal to plus 1, isn't it? Now since x minus 1 is a factor of px, students listen very carefully. Since x minus 1 is a factor of px, x minus 1, it is given that x minus 1 is a factor of px, isn't it? So now if it is already given to you, that x minus 1 is a factor of px, in place of this x, if I put the 0 of x minus 1, what is the 0 of x minus 1? The 0 of x minus 1 is plus 1, isn't it? If I put the 0 of x minus 1 in place of this x, the remainder will be equal to 0. Why? Because it is already given that x minus 1 is a factor of px. If x minus 1 is a factor of px, then the 0 of x minus 1 if put in place of x in px, that means then the remainder will be equal to 0. So remainder is equal to 0. In place, put this full equation, write this full equation here, because this is p in place of x, in place of this x I am putting 1. So this equation you will put, and in place of x, all the x you will put 1. Here x is there, no? In place of this x I wrote 1, so 1 square. In place of this x also I wrote 1, and root over 2 will stay here. So 2 into 1 square, students. 1 square means what? 1 into 1, that is 1. So 2 into 1 will be 2, and k into 1 will be k plus root over 2. 2 you take to the right hand side, it will become minus 2. Root over 2 you take to the right hand side, it will become minus root over 2. Is it okay? Next, students, we will enter number 4. Number 4, factorize. Here, factorize, students, here we will do plain middle term factorization. The middle term factorization that we had learned till class 8. The same thing we will do here. So let us see. Number 1, 12x square. Number 1 you see, 12x square minus 7x plus 1. Okay, 12x square, students. 12x square minus 7x plus 1. Okay. 12x square plus 1. So last term is 1 and first term is 12. So 1 into 12 you do. 1 into 12 will be 12. Find the factors. So 12x square minus 4 plus 3x plus 1. So 12x square minus 4x. We just have to factorize, okay? We just have to factorize. Minus 3x plus 1. So 4x you take common. 3x minus 1 minus 1 you take common. 3x minus 1. 3x minus 1. 4x minus 1. Okay. So we will factorize, students. So 12x square minus 7x plus 1. Okay. This polynomial will factorize. So what is the last term? Last term is 1 and the first term is 12. So 1 into 12 you do. Always this is the rule, okay? The last term into first term. What is the last term, students? Last term is 1 and the first term is 12. So 1 into 12 you do. 1, last term is 1, isn't it? 1 into 12. 1 into 12 will be 12. Find out the factors of 12, isn't it? Last term into first term. So 1 into 12 will be 12. Find out the factors of 12. 2, 6 times, 2, 3 times. Now using these three factors, you have to make how much? 7. using these three factors I have to make 7. And what is the sign before the last term? Before the last term, what is the sign? Before the last term, the sign is plus, isn't it? So I will have to use the plus sign. Okay, before the last term I have plus sign, so inside the bracket also I will use plus sign here. So how will I use then? 2 to the 4, 4 plus 3. See here, and you have to write this, and you have to write this 7 like 6 plus 1 you cannot write, like 5 plus 2 you cannot write. You cannot write anything that you want. Okay, you have to use these factors to make 7. You have to use these factors only. You have to use these factors only to make 7. How will you write them? 2 2s are, friends, 4 and 4 plus 3. So write here 4 plus 3. Why plus sign? Because before the last number plus sign is there. Okay. So now open the bracket. If I open this bracket, then minus 4 into x will become minus 4x. See very carefully. See, if I open this bracket, then minus 4 into x will become minus 4x. This minus plus it will be minus, isn't it? And 3 into x will become 3x. From the first two terms, and from the last two terms, I want to take common now. From the first two terms, if I take 4x common, from here if I take 4x common, I will get 3x. Okay. From here if I take 4x common, from 12x square, if I take 4x common, then I will get 3x here. From 4x, if I take 4x common, I will get 1. Understood? See once more. From 12x square, if you take 4x common, 12x square means what? 12x square is equal to 4x into 3x. So if you take 4x common, what will remain? What will remain, students? 3x. Isn't it? We have to see what are the common factors between 12x square and 4x. We have to see what is the common factors between 12x square and 4x. I can see that between 12x square and 4x, what is common? 4x. So I am taking 4x common. From here I am taking 4x common, I will get 3x. From here I am taking 4x common, because 4x is equal to 1 into 4x, isn't it? So if I take 4x common, what will remain? 1. So here, from here I am taking 4x common, I am getting 3x. From here I am taking 4x common, I will get 1. From these two numbers, what is common? Only 1 is common. So I am taking minus 1 common. From here if I take minus 1 common, students, from here if I take minus 1 common, I will get 3x. From class 1, if I take minus 1 common, I will get minus 1. Now 3x minus 1 and 3x minus 1 you take common. From here if I take 3x minus 1 common, students, from here if I take 3x minus 1 common, I will get 4x. From here if I take 3x minus 1, I will get minus 1. Okay, so these are the factors. Okay. Next, students, I will discuss one more example. Number 3 I will discuss. Okay, solution. So number 3 question is like this. Students. 6x square plus 5x minus 6. Okay, so solution will be like this: 6x square plus 5x minus 6. Okay, 6x square plus 5x minus 6. Okay, what is the last term? Last term is 6 and the first term is 6. Last term is also 6. Last term is also 6 and the first term is 6. So 6 into 6 is how much? 36. Always multiply the last term and the first term. So 6 6 are 36. Find out the factors of 36. 2 18, 2 9, 3 3. So 3 is 9, 9 minus 4. So is equal to 6x square plus 9 minus 4x minus 6 is equal to 6x square plus 9x minus 4x minus 6 is equal to 3x. I will take common, so it will become 2x plus 3 minus 2. I will take common, so it will become 2x plus 3. So 2x plus 3 and 2x plus 3 common, so it will become 3x minus 2. Okay. So students, so here let us see 6x square plus 5x minus 6. So what is the last term? Last term is 6 and the first term is 6. So 6 into 6 will become 36. Find out the factors of 36, and as I said, using this term only you have to make 5. So how will you make this time? You see 3 3s are 9, 9 minus 4. Understood? 3 3s are 9 and 9 minus 4 will do here. 3 into 3 9 and 2 into 2 4. So 9 minus 4. Why minus? Because before the last number, what sign is there? Before the last number here, students. Before the last number, before the last term, what sign is there? Minus sign. So inside the bracket you will put minus sign. Okay. So 9 minus 4. So now just open this bracket. 9 into x will become 9x minus 4 into x will become 4x. From the first two terms I am taking 3x common. From these two terms if I take 3x common, from here and from here. From here if I take 3x common I will get 2x. Understood? From here, students, from here and from here I am taking 3x common. From here if I take 3x common I will get from 6x square, isn't it? Because 6x square is equal to 2x into 3x, isn't it? So I am taking 3x common. Then what will remain? 2x, isn't it? So from here I am taking 3x common I will get 2x. From here I am taking 3x common so I will get 3. Because you see 9x is equal to 3 into 3x. If I take 3x common, then what will stay? 3 will stay. So inside the bracket plus 3. And from these two I am taking minus 2 common. Because I have to take minus 2 common, because otherwise, first, whatever I have taken something common, I have got this bracket, no? Inside the bracket I have got this term. The same polynomial I have to get here also. Whatever I am getting here, the same polynomial I have to get here also. So therefore I am taking minus 2 common. If I take minus 2 common from here, I will get 2x. If I take minus 2 common from here, I will get plus 3. Isn't it? Because once you open this bracket, minus 2 into 3, minus 2 is minus plus minus and 2 into 3 will become 6. Isn't it? Another way is that minus 2 I am taking common. From minus 6 if I take minus 2 common, minus minus cancel, what will be the answer? What will be the answer, students? Plus 3. Understood? So therefore I wrote here plus 3. Now 2x plus 3 here, from here and from here. 2x plus 3 I am taking common from here and from here. From here if I take 2x plus 3 common, from here if I take 2x plus 3 common I will get 3x, from here if I take 2x plus 3 common I will get minus 2. So therefore this is the answer. Okay, factorized. Is both the sums of all the sums of number 4 will be with the help of middle term factorization. Okay students, all the sums of big number 4, that means 1 2 3 4 I am talking about exercise 2.4. exercise 2.4 number 4, all the sums of big number 4 will be done with middle term factorization only. Okay, so students, this much only for today. So take care of your health, study nicely and prepare well for the upcoming exams. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.